Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Seminoles will kick it off to get us underway. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense set on first down.
Let's go.
To the air, it's Trudovsky. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Last meeting was a classic as the Gators pulled out a close one.
Guys, it's a rivalry game that gets circled in the offseason, and for Gator fans in Gainesville and across the country, they have been bragging all year long after that win last season.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And the Gators want to move quickly. Wants to throw on third down. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Gators will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Traffic, it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Florida.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback side, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. It's complete on the right side. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college, didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier.
And the pass hits, picked off! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Pocket starts to collapse. Feeling some heat. Now on second down. Back to pass, it's Judovsky. Got his man quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Looking deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Gators. And once he got loose, it was all over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much run.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 20. Smashes through. Touchdown, Florida! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception, and you're right. Doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back with it.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him today.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field around midfield, going for it the wise move. Getting some heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
That's a big-time completion. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
To the air on first down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter.
Florida, 21. Florida State, 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Running to the left. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Looking for a crease to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. Try to get it on the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Noles will hustle to the line. The corners are walked up tight. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, no! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
Fellas, wanted to keep you informed on the battle for the Peach State between Georgia and Georgia Tech. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse's like...
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Judovsky. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the 1st.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it.
And the Noles will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to throw, it's Judovsky. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. He's got his man. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in on the right. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And they'll get him down after a solid return. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Leaves it with the running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And the Seminoles have enough for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Might as well give it to him again. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They've been running it, but now the pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get North up the field for a 1st down. Well done.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Now, listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
number 27.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He's going to bring it out from deep. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll go to the ground. The ball pops out. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll put the tight end in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Let's see what they've got on second down. They move the tight end all over. Wants to throw on second down. Fires toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Floating away. Fires downfield. And wings it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This offense has a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Gator! The defense with the scoop and score. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out.
They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground and you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The run to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it and drive on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dahl. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Giving him his pads. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Seminoles in the hurry-up.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. They want to run it left here. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Dances away. He fires it out to the right. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with his back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The Seminoles will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. He'll set up to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Miami is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 18 to Bowling Green. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Looking to pass. It's Judovsky. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And here's the third interception of the night. Got room on the return. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Leaves it with the back. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
First down to start the drive after the break. They run the reverse. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
Running back searching for a hole. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Bring it. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Running with power. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Here's the handoff. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He wants to throw it. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And after the interception, interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
What an incredible play by the defense. Fourth quarter, tie football game, and they come away with a massive interception. I'll tell you what, if this team ends up winning this football game, that is going to be the play they look back to and point at as the play that did it. Wow.
Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Quarterback will keep it. He's out past the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Judovsky. Going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
You know, as a quarterback, the worst thing you can do when you throw a go route is overthrow it, because the only thing that can happen is an incompletion like it did right there. The best thing to do sometimes is to underthrow, because your guy can come back, make the catch, or fight through and get a pass interference penalty.
On the run, it's Morton. Runs through a tackle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
Back to the ground game on the left. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Man, really nice job by the defense. Understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
Looking for the end zone. He caught it. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Florida! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late. take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
Lofts one high and deep. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They want that clock to run. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. He now has 63 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down.
Here we go.
They'll try the run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.